Watching around the world have been waiting for. Live!
All right, everybody. Hello and welcome back to RotoProfit. It is a new year, 2018. As you guys probably recall, Courtney and myself last year had gotten to doing some RotoProfit videos for you guys, and that is focusing on daily fantasy football, specifically on the DraftKings platform. And we had a lot of fun doing it, and we decided we wanted to continue doing it. So first, let me start by saying, Courtney, welcome back.
Welcome back. Yes.
Glad to be back. Glad it's football season.
Yes, it is.
I've been playing daily fantasy baseball every day for the last probably month or two. And
have you really?
Yes. I'm horrible at it.
Yeah. It sucks. I am good with pitchers, but picking the basically picking the right people to bat. It's a crapshoot.
It's trying to find the right stack for bats is impossible. I think tonight I played. Who did I play? I think I went. I'd have to double check, but I saw that it was Toronto is blowing up and the Cardinals. So somebody was like, "Hey, let's play bird lineup. We'll play Cardinals and we'll play the Blue Jays."
Bitch, what?
And they're killing it because I think Toronto got 7 runs in the first inning. But anyway, we don't really care about baseball right now because football is back.
We are good at football.
Yeah, week 1, NFL DFS is back. So we listened to a lot of your guys' kind of feedback. We made some videos last season. We read the comments. We listened to our friends, our family, and everybody who kind of tuned in. I guess our fans, the little fan base we had. We took all of your advice, and we realized that the videos were a little bit long. So we're really going to make an effort this year to kind of make more short and concise videos for you guys. Instead of going game by game through all the different games, we're just going to really go position by position, kind of talk about who we like for the week, who we're going to play a lot, maybe our favorite plays at each position as we work through. And Courtney and myself will set a tournament lineup for you guys. Just something we're going to do for fun. Throw in a little tournament lineup. It's something that we're going to throw in the Millie Maker each week. Also, you'll probably remember last year we had the website up, RotoProfit.com. That was a lot of maintenance. We were doing a lot with articles, writing, and stuff like that. We had, I think, 3 or 4 people that signed up for memberships. Ended up it was just too much maintenance, and really, Courtney and myself were not really focused as much on making money as we were just on kind of playing and enjoying DFS and really enjoying DraftKings and NFL. So this year we decided to change it up. We're going to still give you guys the YouTube videos. Try to keep those short and concise for you guys, for your enjoyment, so you can kind of get them in, work them into your day when you can. Try to keep those maybe to 25 or less minutes if we can. And then we're not going to have the website. There's not going to be any kind of paid membership. We're going to start a private Facebook group. So if you guys are not aware of this, there is a setting on Facebook where you can make a group, and you can set that to private where only an admin is able to add you. So Courtney and myself will be admins to the group. If you want to get in on that, check the link in the description on the YouTube video here. You will definitely find that link there.
I don't see how you can hate from outside of the club. You can't even get in. Leg out.
Reach out to me, Adam Ryman on Facebook, Courtney obviously on Facebook as well. Or you can even message us on Twitter, DM us on Twitter. We'll make sure we get you added to the Facebook group. Obviously, I guess if you're not one of my close friends, you're not going to have me on Facebook. So reach out to us through the Facebook site. There's a RotoProfit Facebook site. There's also RotoProfit Twitter. You can even send us a message on YouTube, I think, or drop a comment. We'll try to check those as well. But if you want to be part of the Facebook group, pretty much Courtney and myself are just going to kind of be on there, kind of talking throughout the week on who we enjoy. I'll probably be on there Sunday mornings more than anything. Maybe a little bit on Saturdays just as news breaks. And that's going to kind of be our outlet of how we deliver our thoughts to you guys on what we think. And we want it to be communicate, like a community. So we want you guys to contribute. We want to hear your thoughts, what you guys are thinking. Yeah, and so that's kind of the new format, Courtney. I'm super pumped to be back. I think it's going to be an exciting year. Week 1 is super exciting. Yeah, I can't think if I'm leaving anything out. I know we did discuss that we want to kind of at least take a minute to talk about DraftKings. So what I've seen is I've talked to people kind of all around the world. I was actually in Florida for a new job, and kind of was I'm now in Pennsylvania for a new job, and I just moved back to Ohio, but I'm working remote. But nonetheless, as I talked to people about fantasy football, I really started to realize a lot of people are still playing standard fantasy football, and not a lot of people are playing DraftKings. And I want, if people are going to tune in to see our content, they're probably going to want to be able to partake in what we're talking about. So I think we should take a little bit of time here, Courtney, to kind of explain to the general public, or our viewers, what is DraftKings, and what about it makes it more fun for you versus your standard traditional fantasy football. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you take the wheel on that and kind of explain to the fine people your take on that question, because
we have the season longs, where you basically draft your team in September, and you basically keep that team the whole year. You make some moves and certain things like that. The difference with a DraftKings is that you make a new line weekly, or when it comes down to a tournament, you can make multiple lines weekly. And so during each week, just like you would for your season longs, you would do some research, and then you would build lines based upon who has the who has the best matchup for that week. So they will give a 50,000 salary cap, and you will need to stay under that cap. And so there are many different types of games to play. There is a game that they have each week where the top person wins $1 million. Now you are going against 294,000 people. There's also one that's costs like $3, and the top person wins 200,000. You are going against 800,000 people. And then you have where you also have then games that me and Adam like to play more, called the cash games, where basically as long as you can make it into the top half, you can basically double your money. And so you can also look for contests that are 10 people, 20 people, where you are not going against as many people, and you don't have to score as high, and it gives you a better chance to cash. And so there are a lot of different of games that you can play, but basically the structure is, here is your cap of 50 grand, and you will need to basically pick your quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, tight end, a flex, which can be a tight end, receiver, or a running back, and then you can also pick your defense. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really well put, Courtney. Just like Courtney said, you got to stay, right. You got to stay within that salary cap, and you got to be able to, obviously, your better players are going to cost more money, and so you're going to have to pick where you spend up. And just like Courtney said, you got to do your research, and you got to really, really understand matchups. And, depending on how well of a lineup you put together, like Courtney said, you have the ability to win a lot of money in some of these tournaments. Just like Courtney said, those tournaments are going to be a lot harder to win. And like Courtney also mentioned, him and myself really focus on what we like to call cash games. That is the idea of if I play what are called, they have double ups, they have 50-50s, head-to-head, but the general concept is as long as you finish, like Courtney said, in the top half, you're gonna at least double your money. You're not gonna spend $3 and win 200,000, but if I spend $10, I can win about 20, right? So a lot easier to win. A little bit of a different strategy on how you go about building your lineups, which Courtney and I will as we work through players. Check out our second video for this year. We're gonna get into our positional rankings for week 1, but as you look at players, some players may fit more to where they're more safe and feel better about cash, where some might have, they might be a little bit more risky, as we would call, a little more volatile, but have the ability to maybe really elevate you in some of the tournaments where you really need a huge score to be able to win. So, real quick before we wrap this up, I'm going to switch the screen over for you guys. Me and Courtney want to show you kind of what it looks like. I've pulled up the DraftKings website for you guys. And so just like Courtney had mentioned here, you'll see that we have a total of $50,000 to spend. You'll see that here on the right. And that gives us an average of $5,555 per player. And so the idea here is the better players are going to cost more money, and so obviously we're going to have to decide where we want to spend up and where we want to save, etc. And just so you guys know, if you're new to DraftKings, you can kind of start off with any bankroll that you want. And what I mean by that is DraftKings offers a ton of different options, from free entries to 25-cent entries to $1 to $10, all the way up to thousands of dollars. So if you're new and you just want to practice and have some fun, you're welcome to jump on the free the free contest just to practice. You can play against family, friends, Courtney, myself. Ping us in the Facebook group. We're willing to play with you guys. And really the free entry gives you a nice little way to practice and get some practice using DraftKings. So, but yeah, just like Courtney had mentioned here, you'll see we have our screen pulled up where we're going to be setting our lineup. And let me move this over just a little bit so you guys can get a real good view. There we go. Oh, not that. Hold on. Ignore that freak out for now. There we go. Okay, so you'll see I have the quarterback column pulled up here. Tom Brady here at the top. You'll see 7,200. As we kind of work our way down, the quarterbacks will get cheaper. So let's say, for example, we know here on the right, these are going to be our positions. And whether we're playing, like Courtney had described, the cash games where we want to kind of finish in the top half of the field, or whether we're playing in tournaments, it's still going to be the same way, the same roster construction, meaning that we're still going to have the 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, tight end, flex, and defense. So if we were to pick quarterback here, let's just say we went with, we'll say Marcus Mariota. He's 6,300. You'll see it populates him over on the right-hand side here, and the remaining salary is adjusted. So now we're on to our running backs. Let's just say we want to play a couple big-name running backs that are maybe a little expensive, but we can do that as long as we spend down other places. So now you'll see I only have 4,600 left per position. So here at receiver, we'd have to scroll down and start looking in the 4,000 range. Obviously, the names won't be as enticing, but we would theoretically pick our 3 wide receivers as they're added here. Sorry, the connection is running a little slow.
And just to let everyone know, this is for demonstration purposes. So don't use do not use the line here. But we just
agree. Good point, Gordon. Yeah, don't play this line for sure. This is just us showing you guys kind of how we would go about and set a lineup. So do tune in to our next episode, and it's going to be the week 1 player projections. And Courtney and myself will be setting a tournament lineup there that we would actually, we're going to actually submit into the Millie Maker lineup. So you will get to see how Courtney and I might attack creating a tournament lineup in that video. So one more spot here at the flex. It can be wide receiver, running back, whatever we want. Maybe looks like our salary at $6,500. That'll let us spend up a little bit here. Maybe we go somewhere in the 6,000 range. Maybe we plug in a Christian McCaffrey here, and then you'll see the defense we have left. Do I have 6,600 left? Oh yeah, because of the tight end I didn't pick anybody. So you'll see I have 6,600 left. If I just pick the top defense on the slate, I think they're only 3,800, and so you'll see I still have. Once that populates over here, you'll see I still have a lot of salary left. Now that's too much salary for sure. You don't want to leave 2,800 on the table. So what I would probably do is look at one of these other positions. We could probably bump our receivers up, even at the tight end. Maybe we don't play this guy and we check out someone more affordable to use kind of more of our salary. So leaving a couple hundred on the table is fine. Don't be afraid to do that. But if you see yourself leaving, 1,500 over 1,000, it's probably a key that you could definitely upgrade somewhere. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Setting a lineup on DraftKings, like I said, sign up. It's free to sign up. You don't have to play for money right away. I know Courtney and myself, we used to be kind of only season-long players, and then once we kind of got our hands on daily, it really just changed the way, at least the way we saw fantasy football. Would you agree, Courtney?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it really just is a lot more fun, and I still play in my season-long leagues, but really daily is a ton of fun. It gets you into all the games, and roster construction is a lot of fun in itself. So this is a quick look here at what it's like building a roster, and that's going to be it for our first episode. We're super pumped to be back for 2018. I know Courtney and myself are going to be recording soon the player positions for week 1, so make sure to come back to the YouTube channel and check that out. We're going to dive into who we like at each position for both cash and tournament perspective, and then we'll also put together a tournament lineup for you guys and show you how we would kind of go about making a tournament lineup that we like for week 1. So, Courtney, it's football time, and I'm pumped.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Okay, well, guys,
Let's do it.